Hello, welcome to the Soulprint Minis for Thursday, I think the 27th of July. So, um, first, in case you didn't see it, I did put out a request that you send me in the comment section, um, yes, no questions for the pendulum. I think this Friday, I would like the Friday video to just be a pendulum reading with questions, unless something really insane happens, and I feel that that kind of needs to wait. Um, that's my intention for Friday. So if you have yes, no questions, put them in the comment section of this video, or I posted it on the community page. So thanks. Okay, what are we looking at today? What do we want to look at today? Hmm. I'm being told that I should just drop in and look at the energy connected to the people who were at the Willard Hotel. Now, I've never read on the Willard Hotel. I can't even give you a whole list of who was there. I mean, Bannon was there, and I think Giuliani was there, and Roger Stone was there, like that. But let's find out what the hell they were thinking. Like, truly, are they that caught up in their own little world and their own wants and desires that they literally were prepared to bring the country down? So let's find out what the energy was like and just sort of generally overall what we can expect to happen to those people. Inside Willard Hotel people. Inside Willard Hotel people, inside Willard Hotel people. So strange. I don't think I've ever consciously thought of the Willard Hotel before. Let's see why I'm being prompted. Okay. So truly, what this was about was the power of one. It was about Donald Trump. It was about giving him what he wanted. Now, why were they prepared to do that? Well, they were prepared to do that because it was going to be lucrative for them. And so, because it was going to be lucrative for them, they sort of just ran away with it. Unfortunately, that came to an unhappy ending for them. And what we're going to see as things continue to unfold around the January 6th investigation is that a lot of them are going to get caught kind of in the net. Ultimately, it was their greed that propelled them in that direction. These people just like wanted to be around power. They just wanted to not acknowledge, and this is the thing, they knew he lost or was going to lose because that was prior to the election. But they were not prepared to accept it or acknowledge it because that inner core of people was really about keeping him in power so that they could deliver to him what he wanted, and in turn he could protect them. And so they were a happy little group. They were dancing and singing until their luck changed. And when their luck changed, they're now finding themselves sort of in a very difficult place because people are flipping left, right, and center all over the place. They're trying to, protect their butts. And those people are, and I'm doing this sort of generically, like as an energy group, they're actually starting to run scared because they're starting to recognize that Jack Smith is not going to let this go. He has more information than they know, or they realize they know what they did. And so they know what's out there for him to find. And they're getting a little nervous because he's finding it. They were so sure that they would be able to block any attempt to, kind of come after them, right? Because as Roger Stone said, right? Just say we won. It doesn't matter what the numbers are, doesn't matter, just say we won, just take it. And because that was honestly their headset, they didn't see outside the bubble. They just didn't. And because they weren't looking outside the bubble, they thought they were invincible. And what they discovered was not only were they not invincible, but that the fool, my other card for Trump, was not going to be able to protect them. Yeah, he gave Bannon a pardon. I think he might have done the same thing for Stone. I don't know. This is the problem. He pardoned them for crimes they had committed, crimes they were charged with. He's not going to be in a position to pardon them, or his greatest desire to pardon himself. So this is going to be another avenue of kind of exploration, investigation. It's a funny thing because I feel like when I ask what they're showing me, like I'm asking about how the whole indictment thing is sort of going to unfold, like what that's going to look like. And they're showing me like a file cabinet, that back in the days when we actually had file cabinets with folders in it. And every folder is like an aspect that is being investigated and looked at. And they're literally showing me like a hand that reaches in and grabs the file, pulls it out of the drawer so it can move forward, comes back, pulls the next file, and the next, and the next. So in some ways, it feels as if it's going to come out sort of incrementally. And I think what you're going to have is some people who are going, thank God, only to find out that they were on the wrong side of God. And so this is not going to be pleasant for them. I have to say, and I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna. It doesn't feel like they're going to, I don't know, get quite the comeuppance or the punishment that we want them to have. But it will be enough that it might cause the next group to reconsider. This is part of the thing. I mean, aside from Bannon, I'm not sure even how old he is, but they're older people. I mean, these guys are not going to survive in a jail-like, environment. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to go to jail, but what I am saying is, we might be hoping so-and-so gets, 5 years. And what we're going to find is that so-and-so got, 18 months, right? And just sort of a heads up. Okay. One of the things that the media likes to do is when they're looking at charges, they look at the maximum amount of time that can be handed out for each count. And then they add that up. And then they say things like, Trump is looking at 25 years in jail. Okay, well, really, he's not going to get 25 years. Probably not I'm sure he's not going to live for 25 years. So it's be mindful of the fact that you sort of rein in your expectations. I understand you want these guys to go down and you want them to go down hard. I get it. But it's better that you shoot for less and be pleasantly surprised, then you expect that these judges are going to hand out maximum sentences all over the place and then be disappointed or feel like the justice system wasn't, doing what it was supposed to do. What they did was horrible. It was despicable. It was illegal, and they're going to pay for it. But these gentlemen, and I use that term really loosely, are in their 70s, possibly 80s. And that, whether we like it or not, is going to be taken into consideration when and if they're found guilty and when it gets to a sentencing, the sentencing phase of a trial. So it's curious that they sort of pop that in my head. I'm wondering if right before you see this video or within a couple of days after this video, if something doesn't happen that draws that group of people kind of back in front of our faces for some reason. So that's what I know right now. Thanks so much for being here. I love that you guys are loving the minis. And I really enjoy sort of doing a more in-depth one on the Tuesday and then doing minis throughout the week. So thank you for your support of that. And please don't forget to send in your questions in the comment section so that we can sort of set Friday up as a pendulum read. All right. Thank you very, very much for being here. Take good care of yourselves. And see you in a bit. Bye-bye.